I would like to also bring in from Canada, Nwoye Chijioke, who's also a distinguished business magnate and astute political and social analyst. Good morning, Chijioke.
Good morning, Xavier. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Compliment of the season. Now it's Canada.
Yeah, it's as good as you should be.
All right, so Chijioke, you heard what your neighbor actually, did in Nigeria,
Yeah.
talking about the United States of America. Of course, the U.S. and Canada share a border. So I would like to know, so many people have been talking about these strikes as regards to some saying that they're in support of it and they are happy that this particular one actually happened. Meanwhile, some are saying that it shows the inefficiency of this administration, or the government has actually failed, the nation by the government not being able to protect its people enough that the U.S. had to come. That this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that the U.S. would be helping, the Nigerian government, to strike terrorists, of course. And some people were actually saying that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, so why should the government approve such strike in the land? What is your take as regards to this? When you saw this in the news, what were your thoughts as regards to the airstrike?
Well, when the news came out, it was actually evening here, so you guys were sleeping, so we were all awake, partying and enjoying our Christmas. And then I saw the news, and I was like, "What? It doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense?" First of all, we know we are in war with these terrorist people. We know that they are cleaners. We know the damages that they are doing to us. But it doesn't make sense for another country to bomb your country in the name of attacking terrorists. You need to understand, like, we are a sovereign nation and we are not in a war with another country. So I don't think that we have gotten to a situation whereby another country needs to come and bomb our country, whether you like it or not. This was a direct attack on our nation because we were not warned. And in that state that this attack happened, people were living there. They were traumatized. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you loud and clear. All right, so
Yeah.
Chijioke, you were trying to give your submission as regards to the strike. You said you're not in support of the U.S. Strikes. So, what would you have, wanted the Nigerian government to do? Don't forget that some months ago we talked about how the Nigerian army, actually lamented as regards to having to work with the so-called repented, bandits and terrorists in the nation. They said after they've repented, they get to reintegrate them again into the system. And now they ask them to join the military. And that's the reason why before they get to a particular point, the terrorists, the people that they're looking for are gone, and they keep attacking them. So they actually raised the concern. The infantry actually raised the concern that they don't feel safe as regards to, all of this particular movement, both from their superiors or the government and all of that, reintegrating these repented bandits into their midst. But you said today that you are not okay with it. You said that the strike was not meant to be. And don't forget that before any intelligence goes out to say that they are going to strike a particular place, it is all gone. We have how many military men who have been killed now, even to the one that actually called to say that he escaped somewhere. And immediately he finished that call, they were able to trace him, and he told his own people, they were able to trace him and kill him. We have different issues going on in the nation. And it's really looking like if Nigerian government alone and the military in Nigeria wants to just, give themselves the intelligence and from the NSA and to, take up this particular situation, it is always, mission aborted, okay? Or the whole effort is always wasted. So that's the reason why the Nigerian government decided to, partner, collaborate with the United States of America. But if you're actually saying that this is totally wrong, or you don't like the fact that the U.S. actually, struck, some of these places, so I would like you to actually, give us more thoughts and, of course, elaborate on the reasons and your concerns and the reason why you feel it is wrong for the US to actually assist Nigeria.
For that wonderful question, and I like the way you put the question. Well, first of all, I need you to understand that this is not whatever I'm going to say today is based on my opinion,
Okay.
and this my opinion are based on my observation on what is happening in the terms of the Nigerian government and the United States government. Now, I'm not in support of this airstrike because Nigerians have not gotten to that stage. We have not gotten to that stage whereby a foreign country will just have to come and drop bomb in our nation. That is not acceptable. And we have not gotten to that stage. One. And then two, you need to understand that these politicians, they are smart. They are not there because they just wake up or become politicians. No. For a very long time, we have been on this tension. Oh, that we need United States to come and fight these terrorists for us. United States to come and fight these terrorists for us. I am seeing this in this perspective that this is just a setup for the United States. The Nigerian government be like, okay, United States, come and then prove yourself. Come and do that thing that you can do. Let the people see that we are actually trying our best. We couldn't do it. Then you come and do. If you notice the attack, it happened. No target was hit successfully. No terrorist was killed. It was just like nothing happened. Now this will tell you it's like because of course the United States they're not weak when it comes to intelligence. And I also read the news where the foreign minister said that they communicated with the United States 2 times before the attack and 5 minutes before the attack, which means that there have been a constant communication between the United States government and the US government. So tell me, and sorry, the United States government and the Nigerian government. So and that period of time is enough. If we have saboteurs in the government to leak this information, they can. And don't forget, allegedly, I also, before this thing happens and before this news, I also heard that on the 24th of December, some people who are living around Sokoto actually saw these terrorists leaving that same spot. Because just like we said, these terrorists, they are not hiding, they live within. On the 24th, some people are saying that they saw them leaving the checkpoints where we have security agencies. And after 24th, after all these things, and then it happened. So which tells you that at some point, I was thinking that it is our military. But no, because our military are not just complaining about saboteurs, they are also to fight these terrorists. So many things that is happening that, US cannot just make mistake and like this, their intelligence is so superior to just waste their weapon, their money, and just like that. No, this to tell you that the insecurity we are fighting in Nigeria is within the government. Because now, what are we saying? What are we going to say? The US are this is a failure on their own side. So what are we going to say? That actually that the US that we are hoping on to come and save us cannot do the job done. So which means that the government are trying to make it look like it is superior. No. And don't forget that even this attack that the US government made, our Air Force, we have the weapons, we have the things to actually make this attack without even needing the US. Because check the result of the attack. Our own military can do this attack. So why didn't we do it? Why did the US have to come and fell like that? Which means that it was a coordinated, and let me not just say it like as a fact, but that is how I see it. So I don't know if you're getting my point.
Okay. So
but no, let me. I just wanted to make sure if we are still there because the last time I thought and I felt like,
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
All right. So as you see all these things, and it makes you ask the big question: what actually happened yesterday? What actually happened yesterday? Because this is not a mistake. It cannot be a mistake. And people are trying to say it's a message. Message to who? We have been suffering from these killings and this attack, and I don't think I don't think we are on the stage of sending a message. This is a clear, direct attack on these terrorist people, but it failed. Why? Who is to be blamed? So people will want the government will want you to blame it on the US that they failed. But the question is, have the US failed like this? Even the war with the Israel and Iran, the attack that the B-20, the attack it made on the Iran nuclear site. Although the attack wasn't severe at the Iran said, but they made some damages. This is how superior the intelligence is. So what happened yesterday? Who is really feeding these people this information? Who are these terrorists working for? What is happening in our country? Does the government really want to fight these terrorists? Or are they playing politics with us? Because that is what it looks like. Who are you going to blame now? These people were there. Information notified the US government and even the Nigerian government that these people were there. But on the at this point, I expect people to, like some TV stations, to start going to these locations and start asking people questions. This is what is happening. People like, I am in Canada. When these kind of things happens, you see investigators, you see journalists moving around asking people, what happened? What did you notice before this attack? But nothing is happening. Are we that dumb? Are we not seeing clearly? So the Nigerian government needs to tell us, because there is, even the Donald Trump, the president of US, was so sure of the attack that he had to make the comment on it by himself first, because he was the first person that made the tweet before everybody saw it. He was so sure. But what he wasn't sure about was how these people left that location before that attack. So what is happening? And over the years, the military has been complaining of lack of weapon, and the government has not in any way thought about providing or solving that issues. That asks put another question: does the government really wants to? Because there is no how you will tell me that the US just came down to throw this bomb free. No, there was some kind of arrangement. There was some kind of agreement between the Nigerian government and the US government. Why couldn't they make that arrangement in such a way whereby it will help our equip them in such a way that they can fight? Because our military has never said that they could not. You see the videos every time that you see the videos of this military attacking. You see that the weapons that these terrorists use are always bigger than them, and they are than our own. So why won't our government use this opportunity to negotiate a better deal that will equip our military? Let's fight this thing once and for all. Instead of, we don't need them to come and throw this bomb. Doing this thing is we are equipping the egos of America, telling America is using this opportunity to tell the world that they are still in charge, using us as a scapegoat, using us to put fears in other nations, in other African nations. Now, because if America can drop bomb in Nigeria successfully like this, how sure are you that they cannot do it in Mali, in Niger, in Burkina Faso, and other countries? So America is using us as a scapegoat to tell other nations that this is how capable that we are. But we don't need to go through that area. We could have made a better deal on how to equip our military. But no, we did not do that. Rather, we negotiated another deal that will benefit the interests, the ideas, and the ideas this government is trying to push. It was never about fighting these terrorists. Doing a wonderful job. This proves that our military has been doing a wonderful job. Because if the US could fail like this, and our military has been trying to succeed, this tells you that it is not, the problem is not with the military, it is the government. They know themselves.
Okay, so Chijioke, what you are saying now is that for all of the strikes that actually happened, none of them hit the targets. Is that what you're saying?
None of them. Have you not seen it? See, when the US hits a target, they show you evidence. You see the evidence. You see people. We should be with how powerful this thing is. With the message that the US president posted on Twitter, we should be seeing corpses of terrorists lying around the place of this attack. Now,
this
we
is
should be seeing.
airstrike, Chijioke, and
It is airstrike, but the intelligence, but the
and
intelligence showed that there were terrorists there before this airstrike happened. What was the damage? Okay, tell me what damage so far have you heard that this
Okay.
airstrike made?
All right.
There was no significant
All right,
damage.
thank you so much, Chijioke, for that wonderful submission. Thank you. Chijioke is quite is blowing out on Boxing Day. Chijioke.
Oh no! I need people to not to when things
right.
happens when this happens. I just want us to think with our own brain from our own perspective.
Chijioke, thank you very much for that particular
Thank you.
one.